Hey everybody, what is going on? It's Dominic from the Primetime Treasure eBay store and YouTube channel. Welcome back into another video. This is one in which I'm going to address a question and a comment from one of the longtime prime timers, the legendary, the one and only Sheila Hamilton. That's right. If you have been following my channel for a while, you know that Sheila is a very, very supportive member of the channel. She asks lots of great questions and also adds lots of great helpful comments for myself and for others. So thanks for that, Sheila. And if you have a question that I think could help the broader group, I'm going to try and address it in a video. And there was something that you were thinking that led me think, you know what, other people might be thinking this as well, so I want to definitely make sure I address it. So this has to do with eBay's best offer option. Now, if you're brand new to eBay, just starting out, you may not be aware, but you probably are, that there is an option on eBay to allow people to make you an offer for an item that you have to sell, and then it's completely up to you whether or not you want to accept that offer, if you want to respond to that offer, or if you just want to deny the offer. Whatever you want to do, you can make a counter offer. There's all sorts of different options, and likewise for the buyer who submits the offer, and if you send something back like a counter offer, that does not necessarily mean that they have to accept that at all. You could wind up accepting the offer, but if you decline the offer, there's nothing that then says that that person must then come back and buy it for the price that you're asking for. Now they do have the option that they could always make another offer that's a bit higher from the first. It's kind of like buying a house sometimes with that type of negotiation process that takes place. Okay, so now let's talk about what Sheila's questions and concerns would be with regards to eBay's best offer feature. And we're going to do this through the use of an example. So let's say I have this book and I am selling it in my eBay store for $19.99, and that's with free shipping. So let's further stipulate that I did my product research and I found out that this book in the past 60 days has reliably sold on eBay for anywhere between $20 and $25. And I know that by clicking on the Advanced tab, clicking on Completed, typing in my search terms. That's how I figured it out. And let's also say that I then searched the current marketplace to see what this book is going for. There's several of them available, and the one with the lowest price by a seller that is a similar feedback reputation as mine, and who also has it in a similar condition, let's just say that person's selling it for $21 or $20.99. I want to make the sale, so I undercut that seller by $1 and list it for $19.99. I do this all the time, and this is why I make a lot of sales on eBay for items like this in which there's competition. Does that mean I'm giving my items away? Absolutely not. It really depends on whether or not you source the item for a low amount of money. And that's why I'm always talking about negotiation during sourcing and trying to make sure you're getting as good of a deal as possible for yourself. Ideally, you should try to get a book like this for $1 or less, maximal $2, but $1 or less in most situations. And turns out this one I actually got for a few cents. And so that's why you can see that if I sell this for $19.99 or even a little bit less than that, I'm still going to make a good profit off of this, given that it's going to ship out media mail. So let's say someone offers me $10 on this book. What should I do? Should I accept that? Absolutely not. You should never accept that, in my opinion. And I'm going to tell you why. Because that offer of $10 is 50% less than the established market value. How do we establish the market value with data? We did completed sales research. That's how we figure that out. So that's a lowball offer because that would even include the shipping. So lowball offers like that, which I'm just going to define as 50% or less from what you have it listed, if you have it listed at right around market value. That's established market value. So now the concern that Sheila would have is that if she declines that person may still purchase from her, although grudgingly, because remember, Sheila does have it for the lowest price, or I have it for the lowest price. Let's say Sheila and I are both in a similar situation with regards to an item. Is that person then later going to get the book, even though there's nothing wrong with it, and leave a negative or neutral feedback, not about the item, but about that either myself or Sheila did not accept their offer that was initially put out there for $10, and that they had to then pay a higher amount because that offer was not accepted. If someone ever left feedback like that, now, by the way, no one has ever left feedback like that for me, and I do this all the time. This type of negotiation back and forth, declining all the time, doing counter offers, all sorts of stuff with negotiation. I've never had that type of feedback. I have, though, seen that happen to other sellers. I have seen it. So I'm not saying it's not possible, Sheila. It can happen. But what I would tell you to make yourself feel more comfortable about it is that that type of feedback is considered bogus by eBay and would be removed in 2 seconds as soon as you call them and notify them about it. Now, I told you that over Instagram today, or actually, sorry, no, it was over YouTube. It was within this YouTube channel on another video where we talked about it, and then I subsequently went and called eBay to get 100% confirmation on that from them, and they did give me that confirmation. You just need to speak to a resolution specialist when you call over there. Now, so don't worry about that. That type of feedback, if it was ever left, which is exceedingly rare, would be removed. So don't let that be a reason why you don't decline offers and feel like you have to accept an offer from somebody. Now, the other question, which is also a good question, is why even bother with a best offer when you already have it for the lowest price? And there's a few reasons for that. When you open the door to a best offer, you are at least allowing for some type of communication for you to have with the buyer who is now clearly expressing an interest because they've put money on the table and they're showing you in some way, shape, or form that they're interested in the item. And if they could get close to what you have it for, then you can make a deal. So let's say that person makes you an offer of $16, and you could then come back in the middle and say, you know what, you'll do it for $18. And $18 still gives you a nice profit on the book. Or they offer $17 and you come in the middle of that, of between 17 and 20. So, you know, or another situation that can occur, there are some buyers that like to just feel like they get a little bit of money off, and so they literally will offer you $19.75 and you have it for $19.99. That doesn't happen too often, but I have had that happen. And I've had it happen multiple times. If you had the best offer option off, you never would have got that offer of $19.75, which I'm willing to bet you would have taken that if that offer was made to you, since you already have it listed for just a quarter more than what that person offered you. Sometimes they might offer you 50 cents less, 75 cents, but not every offer is a lowball. In fact, most of the offers that do come through, that at least in my experience, are offers where you could get someone somewhere close. The other thing I'll tell you is if somebody gives you an offer and it's a lowball like that $10, and you immediately decline it, you're going to be able to tell really fast whether or not this person is serious or not. Because if they're not, they're just going to walk away and they're not going to send you another offer. But if they instantly come back with $11, $12, $13, $14, giving away that they are super interested in that book, and they will pay you close to what you want. So once they get to that last bid, or they get close to you, and they say, for example, you know, $16, like I said, then you could make that counter offer of meeting in the middle. And that meeting in the middle is meeting in the middle from the last offer that they made you, not the first one for $10, but the last one, in this example, for $16. Then you meet in the middle at $18. So also keep in mind that if you are selling items that you have established have a high sell-through rate and is a popular item, that you could safely decline that buyer and not worry about it, because another buyer is definitely going to come along who's going to be interested in it. I did this just this morning with one of my Funko Pop items. Someone came in, gave me a somewhat lowball offer. I said no, I declined it. Person came up just a tiny bit and said this is the best I could do. I said nope, declined it. And now the reason why I'm so confident declining it is, again, because I have that data behind me. I have that completed sales data that shows me this is a popular item and it's gonna sell. People are looking for it. You know, you could look at your view count, you could look at your watch count. These are all things that give you indication of whether your item is likely to sell or not. And within a couple hours after that this morning, another person came in and purchased it for the counter offer price that I sent to the first person, and he said there was no way he could do that. So just a few hours later, just by being patient, I wound up getting the making the sale. So you know, that's basically it. That's basically a summary of it, and I hope that logic makes sense to you, Sheila, and for other people that are watching this video. Please make use of declining offers from people if it's not what you want. If it's pretty close, then don't decline it, just make a counter offer. But remember, if you really are in a tough negotiation with someone and you really want to make that deal, sometimes the best way to make the deal is by being willing to walk away from it. Because if that other person truly really wants it and you start walking away, that's when the other person, either that day or the next day, comes back and says, wait, I actually want to try to find a way to make a deal with you closer to your terms. The only way you can hold someone accountable to that sometimes is just trying to break free and say, all right, that's it, I'm declining it, I'm walking away for now. Let them then come back to you. And once they do come back to you, that's even more leverage for you, because when they come back like that, they're showing that they have interest in the item, that they want it. So try to get yourself where you're the one who is negotiating with the most leverage in every situation you possibly can. Sometimes it will be impossible. You might get an item that has a lot of damage to it and you just want to like move it, for example, and you know, when that happens, you don't have a lot of leverage, but you know, sometimes you don't have any. But for your goal is to maximize the amount of leverage opportunities you have when you're negotiating. So I hope that you found this video helpful. If so, make sure you hit the like button, especially you, Sheila. Make sure you smash that like button, hit that like button, crush that like button. Also, make sure that you join my Facebook group, not you, Sheila, but anyone who is not a member of it. You got to come by. We are very close to hitting 1,000 members in this group. This group is incredible. It's super positive. It's a fun, friends, family type of theme in there. It is just a great group of people, and lots of learning, lots of education relating to reselling in there. So I hope you'll consider joining. The link is down below in the description section. Just hit join. I'll let you right in as long as everything looks okay with your profile. If you have a comment or question like Sheila did, make sure you leave that for me down below and I could address it, and you may get a shout out during the video as well. And lastly, make sure you subscribe. We just hit 550 subscribers today. Thank you very much, all of you. Welcome to the Primetime family. And I really want, if you are watching these videos and you're getting stuff out of it, please, the only thing I'm asking for you right now is just make sure you subscribe, hit that treasure chest at the top, because that is something that helps to establish the credibility of the channel if we get those subscription numbers up. So I really would appreciate that, and I will see everyone back at the next video. See you later, everybody.